It's time now for a look through the French papers with Diptyque. Laurent Diptyque, thank you very much for joining us. Let's start with what Le Parisien is calling a war of image.
A battle for public image, even, Haxi. The battle continues between the centrist candidate Emmanuel Macron and the far-right leader Marine Le Pen. Yesterday, we saw Emmanuel Macron kicking a football around in the impoverished French suburbs with people of immigrant backgrounds. As you see in this picture on Le Parisien, the front page, on the top. On the bottom, you see Marine Le Pen, the far-right leader. Well, she was on a boat holding an octopus in a bid to draw attention to the embattled fishing industries and French produce in general, French agriculture, of course, a big election issue. Both candidates are hoping to deliver a knockout punch, if you like, through their image, through this battle, un chaos. That's what Le Parisien says, even going as far as using their private life when it works to their advantage. Macron, for instance, we know he's obviously drawn a lot of fascination because of his much older wife, and he's definitely played up on this, Haxi. The couple gave an amorous exclusive to the French magazine Paris Match. Now, Marine Le Pen, on the other hand, is a little more quiet on this end. In 8 years of her relationship, she's only posted one picture of herself, that one you see on the right of the screen there, kissing her partner Louis Alliot. And for one specialist interviewed by the newspaper, this could actually work to her detriment, because in France there is this separation between public and private, but people do like a little bit of gossip about private lives as well.
They certainly do. Marine Le Pen was in the southern French city of Nice yesterday for a campaign rally where she continued to attack her rival. Tell us more.
Well, Macron is the pyromaniac who wants to be a firefighter. I'm quoting Marine Le Pen there during her campaign rally in Nice yesterday. That's according to Nice Matin, the local paper. Perhaps she's sensing that she's gained some momentum this week. She's continuing to attack Macron, notably on his economic policies, a real point of diversion between the two candidates, and also his stance on immigration, once again pointing out their vast differences. I encourage you to choose France. That's what she told her supporters in Nice. Now, Macron, meanwhile, said the country is going through a, quote, historic moment. The centrist candidate met with regional newspaper representatives in Paris yesterday, in which he said there's no room for error in the second round of voting, and once again attacked the issue of abstention. Of course, a big issue, one that could play against him in the second round on May the 7th. Macron also once again defended his celebration party on Sunday at a Parisian bistro. For Nice Matin's journalist, Macron's self-confidence is surely his greatest asset, but also his truest weakness.
We'll, of course, see how that plays out on the 7th of March. You've also been looking at a daily newspaper for young readers called Lectu. What have you found there?
Well, this newspaper, it's a daily paper that looks at how the presidential candidates grew up, what kind of childhood they had. That's what Lectu is asking on its front page. It's a newspaper generally targeted for young readers from about 14 years and up. And in the newspaper, you see Macron and Le Pen as adolescents, and really their upbringings couldn't be more different. Macron grew up in a bourgeois family to parents who were doctors. He's described, at least, as an overachiever who embodied the very symbol of teacher's pet or first in class. Maybe a bit of a double entendre there, given what happened in his private life. Lectu does call him a brilliant student and a piano-playing virtuoso. We know that around 16 years of age, he also fell hard for his teacher, the woman who became his wife, Brigitte.
So Macron did have a cocooned childhood, as you just explained, but it was a little bit more chaotic for Marine Le Pen, wasn't it?
Well, she grew up in a political family, no doubt, with her father, Jean-Marie Le Pen, but she did suffer from absentee parents. And in fact, Lecture explains that she grew up with a nanny, and at age 16 learned that her mother had just upped and gone. So she really didn't have that maternal feeling, I guess, or maternal support. At school, she was rather a good student, but she did have to repeat her final year. But after that, she did go on to become a lawyer. She had a preference for partying over politics. I quote, "She smokes like a chimney, 2 packs a day, and could down 2 glasses of champagne while her friends were sipping cocktails."
Wow. Quite an insight into their younger years there. Let's change pace now and go to Egypt, where Pope Francis is eagerly awaited for a quickfire visit. Tell us more.
Well, Libé says he's searching for harmony, le concorde, that's what it says. The Vatican leader's two-day visit begins in Cairo. It primarily aims to appease Christian-Muslim tensions in the country. Of course, Coptic Christians have been the target of violent attacks in recent months. The Catholic paper La Croix says Christians are hoping for words of peace from the Pope. It's actually a visit that he personally wanted, he personally requested, and it's hoped that Pope Francis will be able to bring some sort of calming effect. Peace, harmony, that's really the flavor of this quickfire visit, as you see in this article from Le Figaro. Pope Francis is the Pope of Peace in an Egypt of peace on that signboard there. They've been placed all around Cairo ahead of his visit.
Deeptika, thank you very much for that. The French papers with Deepti Laurent.